Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Sarah, and I live in a small cabin in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York. This week we got our first snow on the ground, but it's not quite cold enough for it to stick yet. I also got the last of our planting done for 2025. I'm ready to tuck in and enjoy the coziness of winter. Make sure you stay till the end if you want to watch the chickadees enjoy all of this food I'm putting out. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, so I had every intention today of starting indoor projects. I still plan on doing that tomorrow, but when I went to the hardware store to get paint for the bathroom, of course my eyes landed on all the bulbs in the hardware store. So I picked up some different varieties of bulbs to plant in the little garden bed section where the tree was taken down. It's just something that I've been wanting to do. I just hadn't taken the time to do it. So picked up some different bulbs. Let's get them in the ground so that we can have a super colorful garden bed come spring and summertime and have lots of things for our pollinators to use so that they can then tend to my vegetable garden. Also, I keep thinking that I'm hearing an animal. I mean, I actually am hearing an animal, but it's just Harper eating all of the bird seed off of the ground currently. So, what are you gonna do? We got the value bag of tulips. This is a Darwin hybrid tulip, multiple colors. Tulips are really good for any... Can you see me? Yeah, you can see me. Tulips are good for any like cold zone. They're rated for 2 to 10. I'm a 5B, although I think I'm more of a 5A. I think I'm in between a 5B and a 5A. But yeah, this is 40 bulbs. So I am basically going to pretty much take up this whole garden bed with tulips. I have these. And then I got some deer resistant tulips. These are Persian pearls. They're very pretty. Very excited. Hope these do well. And then I also got these checkered lilies. And I've never seen these before, and I'm not sure if I'm going to say them right, but it's called allium drumsticks. I just thought they were really cool. I like any kind of flower that reminds me like of a Dr. Seuss book, and these do. So yeah, let's get to digging. I'm going to start with these variety bulbs, these Darwin hybrid tulips, and I also wanted to mention that Zach and I actually already planted a few tulip bulbs down the garden bed that we picked up when we visited Amsterdam a couple of years ago. We were still living on the boat full time, so I didn't have a garden space, but we brought them back for some friends and family. And then after they had a season with them, they gave us a couple of the bulbs back once we got the this place, so that we're able to have some of our Amsterdam memories with us in the garden. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing those come up in the spring. So a good rule of thumb for planting bulbs, and I am no bulb expert, this is just for me doing my own reading, is that you want them to be you want to bury them twice as deep as they are big. So for these tulip bulbs, I'm going to be digging down probably about 5 to 6 inches. They look to be about 2 to 3 inches big, and then plant them pointy side up. You know, because I am going to be planting so many of them, it might be easier if I just get my big shovel and do this. Let's do that. I think what I want to do is just make a nice little border line with them, and then I'll do some clusters in some other places. Just pulling out some rocks as I go. Oh. The shovel just slipped and smacked me in the face, right in the jaw, like my high cheekbone. That did not feel good. Ooh. So once I get these in and covered up, usually you should put mulch over things if you're in an area that has a pretty severe winter. I don't know if I would call the winter here severe. I mean, it definitely gets into the negatives here, so I think I'm just gonna grab a bunch of like leaf mulch that I have in the side yards and put that on top, and then in the springtime give everything a quick blow and open it back up. This might not be deep enough. I think I might need to go a little bit deeper. All right, let's go a little bit deeper down the whole trench. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I think I can fit a 10th in here. Yeah. All right, my little lovelies. Try and throw as many rocks out as I can while I'm covering everything back up. Beautiful. Okay, one stretch done. Next up is going to be these Persian pearl. We only have 4 of them. And same thing, going to dig twice as deep as the bulb is big. These are pretty small, so we don't need to dig that deep. Ooh, ooh. This is all one giant rock. That feels good. Pointy side up. Definitely don't want the plastic to blow around. Just have random blocks of wood everywhere. It's pretty much what the property is like, just random blocks of wood and rocks everywhere. The earthworms have been doing work in the soil. My soil is very, very clayey, but in certain areas the earthworms have pretty much revitalized it. I'm also accidentally planting a bunch of acorns, so probably gonna have to pull a bunch of little trees. Good luck in there. Okay, this is where we just took down that invasive bush with all the toxic berries on it, and this ground is very soft, and the earthworms have also done work here, so definitely going to be putting some tulips here. Lots of rocks. As I dig, I can still smell how warm the earth is. Sometimes I wish I was a plant bulb that got buried, tucked in nicely to my warm, safe soil bed so that I could nap and ready and restore myself for the next season ahead. But I also love the winter. So maybe I don't wish I was a bulb in the ground. I think we all struggle with needing a break. But there's a lot to be said for the way that we live our lives. Oh my God. I should definitely have on my boots. I don't know why I'm doing this in my Vans. Let's do these checkered lilies here. We have 2, 4, 6. Twice as deep as their sides, so these really don't need to be planted that deep. So maybe I should do more tulips here, and then just a nice light area for these. Okay, scratch that. More tulips. If you're coming here for an aesthetic channel, it's not it. I don't have time for aesthetics. Maybe accidental aesthetics. Just a little area for the lilies because they don't need to be buried that deep. I think it's time to get an all steel garden trowel. What is this? Doop. I swear I talk to myself even if I'm not filming. So I already shut off my garden hose for the season, so we're gonna have to fill the watering can from the garden sink because I have not shut that off yet, which I need to do soon too. I'm almost positive we planted the other tulip bulbs here, so I don't want to dig here. Does anybody else do that? You forget where you plant things? I know I'm going to forget where I planted all these bulbs, and I'm going to have to watch this video back to figure out where I put them. I know I have a lot of daisies that come up in here, like wild daisies, so hopefully I'm not messing those up. These last little bulbs are like the size of pearl onions, so they also don't need to be that deep. Going to get more water. I hope you've gotten your fall planting done so that you can enjoy a colorful spring and your pollinators have some plants to enjoy as well. Let me know in the comments what you're planting or what you're planning for your garden next year. I know I'm already excited. I'm going to be spending the winter drawing out and designing my new garden for next year, so hopefully it'll be bigger and I'll be able to grow more vegetables. Last year was about learning, next year is about improving. And with that, the 2025 planting season has come to an end, but I'll see you again next week for other stuff.